Very shocked and appalled.
The biggest surprise that we had is that they would do this in the middle of an election cycle.
These 4 office holders who insisted term limits couldn't touch them may be the most shell-shocked by the Supreme Court's ruling. Their employees are too. Every one of their bosses has been in office for more than a decade. Steve Hall's had this spot for 27 years. So you're not ready to give in yet?
No.
You don't?
I'm a winner. People in this county has made me lead the ticket many, many times, and I'm very, very proud of that.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been so happy to be tossed out of a job. It's hard to explain.
John Schmid will lose his seat along with 7 other county commissioners. He says it's about time. Others find it hard to believe.
What surprised me, I guess, is so wide sweeping for county government. It includes everyone from the sheriff down to the commission, and that really surprised me.
Mayor Mike Ragsdale's safe, serving his 2nd term now. He says he's ready to help the 11 remaining commissioners appoint new office holders, but it's too early to say exactly when or in what order.
Do you wish that you could call a special election every time there's a vacancy? But we've had commissioners who have passed away in office. We've gone through this process in appointing them.
And unless there's another legal way, Commission Chair Scott Moore says there's little hope for office holders who want to finish this term.
No, I would not see that. I'd like to, but I'm going to do whatever the law says to do.
And we run the best office in the state of Tennessee, and we're going to continue to do that till we're told different.
Kay Watson, 10 News.
The Tennessee Supreme Court has upheld term limits in Knox County. Commissioners are trying to decide how they will replace 12 term-limited county officials.
10 News reporter Aaron Herzog has the latest ideas.
Anytime the people have a say in who's going to represent them, that ought to be a good thing.
4 commissioners are proposing a resolution to ask state lawmakers to clear the way for a special election to replace the term-limited officials. But even if lawmakers pass a law allowing an election, the county's administrator of elections says it would take at least an additional 2.5 months before it could be held.
I don't believe that we have 3 or 4 months to replace these officials. There could be further petitions for the Supreme Court to step in if the county commission hasn't acted quickly enough. There could be, we have other lawsuits that have been filed that relate to this past election.
All right, the motion on the floor.
Some commissioners don't want a special election.
If this election is to try to open it up to as many people as possible, you're actually doing the opposite, because we're limiting the field of candidates to only those who can afford it or have backers who can afford to finance their campaigns.
John Schmid suggests appointing only people who pledge not to run in 2008.
Which really takes the onus off of us in giving somebody a leg up for an election in 2008 if we appoint them. Leaves the field wide open in 2008.
We could then choose to follow that.
Mark Harmon wants to have a non-binding referendum before commissioners appoint replacements so they can gauge the public's feelings. The commission's chairman has his own plan to move the process along.
I think if there's not 10 votes on Monday to call for, ask the legislature or attorney general or whoever needs to be notified to have a special election, if there's not 10 votes on this commission to do that Monday, that I would recommend that we drop the hammer and we start appointments in 10 days.
Aaron Herzog, 10 News.